How's everyone doing today? I'm showcasing my Steam styled bubble chat widget I made for StreamElements. Here's a little test. Let me type in chat. Hello. As you can see, it's kind of the Steam style. Well, the messages are. I also introduce like a Steam style card for when a user enters chat. Let me type in my kick. There's the kick relay. This is the extra support if you have streamer bots set up. And then one moment. I also have a credits tab. All right, let's jump into it. So first, when you download the product, the archive is going to look like this. This is all extracted. All the files, if you're going to import them manually without widget IO, you need to open one of these individually and copy them to their specific fields. Otherwise, if you use widget IO, you just upload the zip archive that's inside the folder. But for now, I just extracted it. This you have to import into StreamerBot if you're planning on using chat relay. The chat relay is just an extra function. You don't really need it unless you multi-stream. But since this is only a Twitch only widget at the moment, you can only relay messages from what I've tested so far as Kick and YouTube, but not the other way around. Unless you want to wire that yourself in StreamerBot or however you want to do it. All right, let's go into the widget settings itself. So you have avatars. These are preloaded. You could change them. You have 15 slots. These are fallback avatars though. The version that's released to the public uses this list. I'm using a private build, so I have my own list that fetches. But when you guys use this, all these avatars will show up. You could change them however you want. The way it works, on the first message, it assigns a user an avatar. Same thing with relayed messages. The username color for relayed messages is randomly picked, but the Twitch color is based on the user's color that they chose. So say if they chose red as their channel name or channel font or color, you would use that. Next, you could update the font settings. This is all default. The widget size settings, 1920 by 1080 is just full on. Custom, so say if you have like your own overlay and you have like a little box, kind of like I have down here, you can resize it so that way the chat messages appear in it correctly. If you don't, you're gonna have them looking off center, etc., or out of place. So only use for browser source if you're gonna do that. Otherwise, keep it to 1920 by 1080. Real quick too, after you install this to your widgets, change that 1920 by 1080. You need to define it this regardless. Otherwise, it's just gonna be squished. So anyways, back to the customization. You can customize the font settings, the widget size, event options. Let me do tests for you. You can turn these on or off to your likings and also set the amount for cheer, tip, and raid. Chat options, It's not really that much in here. Timestamps is optional. Hidden users, all it does is hide the username. So just like how those follow messages appeared, whatever user that's sending those, it hides the username. As far as for the chat relay, which this is my bot that sends them, the bot you provide, you need to have that name in here. So in the chat widget for the visuals, it shows that the user sent it from the other platforms. Animation is just how the bubble, how everything appears. I use this one by default. Just show it again. Sounds, these are preloaded. You already heard them, so I don't need to do them again. Another thing in here though, the chat message, you can set the delay. So what this is, if you don't set a delay, every message is going to play the sound. If you set the delay to the amount of seconds you want, any messages that occur in that window are not going to play the sound until that timer's up. It just disregards it. And then here's the chat relay. Here's the instructions if you want to see them. But I already have this set up by default. The beginning of your message needs to start with this, and it needs to have this in it. So let me refer back to StreamerBot. Let's go to actions. So you see it starts with that, and then right after username is the 2 dots. I put YT so you can see that it was from YouTube. Kick doesn't have one, but you could change it if you'd like. That's only if you're going to use this feature for relaying messages. You don't need to use it. It's not required. It's just an extra. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this project. I had a lot of fun working on it. It took about 5 days. Please give feedback, whoever uses this. And also, if you haven't already, please drop a follow on all my platforms. It's not required, but it's much appreciated. Hope you guys enjoy this. Everyone have a blessed day. Take care. Have fun streaming out there.